continues to be a challenging and uncertain time for everyone.
And one of TESG's 4 C's is community. So we're still striving to support every member of our school community as we navigate this moment.
Everyone's situation is unique, and we know we all need more patience, grace, and flexibility than ever.
And over the last few weeks, we've been so inspired by all the ways our TESG community has found to lift each other up and help each other out.
We've seen students and staff and their families working with Reconsider Goods to bake face shield masks.
And we've seen students and staff decorate their sidewalks and windows to send uplifting messages to their neighbors, and folks participating in virtual game nights and porch parties.
Folks have been buying groceries and supplies for their friends who can't go out and delivering surprises to people's doorsteps just to brighten their day.
But supporting our community doesn't have to be a major craft project or a big gesture. It can also just be reaching out and checking in with your friends and family. Sometimes just sending a text or making that phone call to ask, "How are you doing?" can mean a lot.
So let's check in with our TESG community and find out what everyone has been up to.
If you could be doing anything in the world right now, what would you be doing?
Playing with my friends that I have at school.
I would be babysitting.
In the pool with my friends.
I'd be making an antidote for coronavirus. Why? To save people's life and make them feel better.
This is what I do for fun.
I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling blue. The sun is shining bright, it makes me smile when I think of you. I wonder how are you doing and how you're passing the time.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. William Richardson from the 5-6 house. I made this obstacle course. I just wanted to bring some light in the world for the kids in our neighborhood.
What have you guys been doing for fun since you've been home?
Playing Roblox.
Hey Torm, what have you been doing for fun lately?
I would like to show you hula hoop at home.
You know I'm going to teach you how to hit a wiffle ball with a bat.
You got my hula hoop? Let's do it.
I'm throwing my shoe here.
Push your hand like this. And then start to have your hips going, go, 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 and go.
I've been hunting for bugs.
There's one right here too.
There's one right there. Fastball, eh?
What I did was I played my djembe drum, which is an African drum where I learned from Baba Komboso, Wesley Willazamia.
Good morning, it's Miss Meyer. I just thought I would share a little bit about my morning routine. These are our chickens. We just call them the girls.
I've been staying in touch with my friends, seeing if they're okay or not.
That's good. Have they been okay? Good.
Well, I've been practicing with them since I was 5 years old, and I just it's natural for me.
Every morning I come up and give them a little treat and check for their eggs.
If you want to put your hands up, you can. And ta-da!
Now that I know that I have a lot of time, I spend a lot with my little boy here.
I've been throwing a football around with my brothers.
And that is how you strike someone out.
I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling blue. The sun is shining bright, it makes me smile when I think of you. I wonder how are you doing and how you're passing the time.
See you later.
If you could visit any place in the world, where would you go?
If I could go anywhere in the world right now, I would go to Disney World.
Helen, Georgia. Because I had a really good experience there the first time I went. We went tubing down this river. It was really, really fun. We also ate this amazing ice cream. It's not better than Bluebell's, but it's still ice cream.
I would probably either be in Trinidad with my family because our family reunion
got canceled, or I would be in New York going to see Beetlejuice on Broadway.
Legoland, the candy shop, and the ice cream shop.
And I would want to go to Paris, France, and see the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum. The two things I want to see in the Louvre Museum is the Pyramid and the Mona Lisa.
I would want to go back to Japan to go to Tokyo Disney.
Hello, TESG students. I'm excited to see you today because we are going to be drawing a poster to put on our doors to thank first responders.
Art time with Miss Sino.
I have my Sharpie, I have my paper, and I'm ready to get going. The first thing I'm going to do is begin writing down thank you first responders so that they know who I am making this for. Perfect. Thank you first responders. All right, let's start drawing our dog there. You can always rewind the video because I'm going to move pretty fast. Dogs have a snout, and the dog is wearing a lab coat. I'm going to add buttons. Your buttons can also be heart-shaped, star-shaped, whatever kind of buttons. There's lots of buttons in the world. So I added these lines to show that the tail is wagging. The dog tour is something that an artist named Joel Robinson came up with, and I think it's pretty brilliant. I like to add chest hair. I think it's funny because it makes him look very adult. Anyway, next step, you can color yours. I'm going to put it on my door. Thank you very, very, very much for joining me today. Just put this on your front door. It'll show people that you're really thankful. I'll take a picture of it on mine and get it to you as well. Bye, TESG. Let's draw some more next week.
Dad,
What?
can you give me an example of probability?
Well, what are the chances that you'll let me sleep in for another hour?
Not good. So can you give me an example of probability?
For what?
I have a project for school that I need to do around probability.
Why don't each of you pick a chore and see who can finish it the quickest?
Hilarious. Come on, Dad, seriously.
All right, look. Just
I got an idea. Thanks, Dad. Drivers, get your engines ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Probability Raceway, where you have a wonderful chance of picking the winner. Will you pick T, E, F, or G? Drivers on your mark, get set, go! And we have a winner. Let's see the slow motion replay. Look at that chip go. Probability is the chance that something will happen or how likely it is that an event will occur.
When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was growing up, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to be a ballerina during the day and work at McDonald's at night because that was my favorite place.
As a kid, an archaeologist, but as a grown-up, I'm doing what I wanted to do. It's got my heart. Thanks, guys.
Here are 4 facts about quilting.
Oh, yeah.
Fact 1. Quilts can date back to 3400 BC, which is the first dynasty in ancient Egypt. Fact 2. The oldest quilt is actually in pieces because it was so old, and it is called the Tristan quilt. And it can be seen at the Victorian Albert Museum in London or the Bargello Museum in Florence. Fact 3. The world's largest quilt is the AIDS Memorial Quilt. Each of the 48,000 pieces are 3 feet by 6 feet, which means that the entire quilt is roughly 1.3 million square feet. And fact 4. During slavery, some of the quilts that they made were sewn to ward off spirits, to record families' history, but they were most notably sewn to help families escape from slavery, and they would show routes and paths and safe houses for the families to escape to, and they would use stars on the quilts that would sort of map their way through the country on their way to freedom.
So I've been trying to use some of this time to learn a new skill. I've been trying to learn how to cast bugs in resin because I have a really cool bug collection and I want all the students to be able to use it and see it in their classrooms. But bugs are really fragile, and so if I put them in resin, then you can pass them around and see them and not have to worry about breaking them. But one of the things I've learned while I'm trying to acquire this new skill is that it's possible to fail in new and surprising ways every time you do something when you're learning something new. But that's where you grow and you learn and you get better and better. So the first one I did was this guy right here. And you can see that he's so full of bubbles, you can hardly see him. So I had to think, why is he so full of bubbles? What might have gone wrong? What could I do differently next time? And then I had to try again. And so I tried again, and I tried with this guy right here, and he's a little bit better. You can see through him a little bit more than you can the other one, but he's still got some really big bubbles and he still had some problems. So I had to go, well, why did that happen? What can I do differently next time to try and overcome some of those problems? And so then I did this guy right here, and he's even better than the other guy, but he's still got some issues too. So then I learned that maybe the heat source I was using wasn't the right one. So I had to go, what, so what, now what, and do another one. And then I think this guy's the best one yet. You can see through, he's not quite as bubbly, but even he still has some perfecting to do. But here's the thing, now I'm kind of out of bugs. So I need all of you, when you find a dead bug this spring while you're out and about, if you find a really good specimen, save it for me, and I'll cast it in resin, and then we can use it at school, okay?
Well, my TESG community, thanks for watching. We hope we put a smile on that wonderful face of yours. Tune in to the next episode and we'll have, well, you'll see. Until next time, be safe, wash those hands, and breathe. Bye! Rain comes tumbling down.